Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And an 8 of Pentacles will start us off. We're looking at the fine details. You're somebody that doesn't miss much, right? I feel like you, nothing gets past you, right? That you're able to spot just the smallest things, you know, that you really are. You're someone that pays attention to the details, the subtle things, right? Somebody's micro expressions. You know, you read between the lines. You're able to really pick up on those fine details. Also, forgive my voice. You may have picked up on this. I don't sound the same today. I've got laryngitis, but I'm going to push through and we're going to be fine. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me. But yeah, you're somebody with this 8 of Pentacles that you take your time and you take in all of the energy. You're really able to see all the fine details of things. You're very observant, right? Nothing gets past you, Virgo. Libra, I should say. I just did the Virgo reading. This, though, interestingly, is a card about Virgo. This is the sun in Virgo, okay? Because that's kind of a Virgo trait, right? Paying attention to those details. And so I wonder if some of you have very strong Virgo placements. Maybe you should all go watch the Virgo reading too. Just saying. But for you, Libra, I think that this is very important for you right now, this ability to see in between the lines. Libra, you've got to look at the details of something, okay? Don't get don't get blinded by the beauty of something. Really look closely at it, okay? Now, let's put some other cards around this. What are we looking at? Well, see, now we've got that 10 of Swords. We've got a Knight of Wands, 3 of Swords. We've got a Prince of Cups. We've got the Moon. Yeah. We've got the Lovers. Okay. All right. We've got a Knight of Pentacles. The High Priestess. And the Hermit. Another Virgo energy. See, I knew there's a reason why I slipped and said Virgo. There's something going on with the Virgo thing here. Maybe this is... we got the Lovers card. Maybe this is about some sort of a partnership with a Virgo person. Whether it's romantic, platonic, business, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's a family member even, right? But something's going on with a Virgo in your life. And I feel as if we have an opportunity to kind of join forces with someone here. Link up, hook up, become a team, become a partnership with someone, right? There's some sort of a union on the table here. But like I said, you've got to pay attention to all of the details. Because I kind of wonder if there's a red flag that you're going to find somewhere. If something from a distance, right, let's say you're looking at a car. Oh, that car's perfect. I don't see a flaw on it. Oh, of course, I'm 6 feet away. It looks perfect. But you get closer and closer. You see it's got some rust on it. You see that it got some oil leaks underneath there, right? You see that the tires are worn pretty thin. Someone didn't take care of this car very well. You're not going to see those details from far away when it's just got the showroom lights and it's all polished up and nice. You're not going to see that from far away. You got to get real close. You've got to get 8 of Pentacles close to see those flaws, to see what this thing really looks like. Okay? So it's kind of this is a couple of cards that are telling you to really do your due diligence in this thing. Now, maybe this is a potential business relationship. Maybe it's more than that. I don't know, because we've got the fire and water up here, okay? And the Prince of Cups at the top, telling me that this is something that is appealing to your emotions. This is something you really want, right? You're hoping that this is real. And maybe it is. But we don't want to be impulsive. Knight of Wands down beneath the surface. You want this so bad that you're just kind of, you want to just pull the trigger and just sign on the dotted line as quick as you can, right? But you're not going to do that. Remember, Libra, you're the balance, right? You've got to balance this energy out. You want it real bad, and you really want to just rush into it, but you're not. You're going to take your time. You're going to kick the tires, and then you're going to go and do it, and you're going to trust. You're going to trust your instinct over. You're going to trust your intuition and your instinct more than you're going to trust what your intellect tells you, because I think that your mind is going to be influenced by this Three of Swords in the background, by something that's happened in the past is influencing you now. And this might even be you're going around kicking the tires, and you might be finding flaws that aren't really there. Or this might be something that you see now in this current situation that you've experienced before, and you're saying, wait a minute now, I recognize that. I'm not buying that car, right? And might not be anything that anyone else really would notice, but no, you know it because you've seen it before. I've seen that kind of, I don't know, crack in the engine block or something. I've seen that kind of detail before, and I know to avoid it, okay? So that might be a little bit of something that's going on here. But we have, before we get too far into it, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Oh, we got a volunteer. Okay, mystery card here, Bob Ross here. You know what to do with that card, right? Now, our volunteer card is the Queen of Cups. This is, again, kind of doubling this idea of you want this really, really bad, right? And I think that with the Queen here, kind of looking at that Ace of Cups, and is this person happy with the cup they have? Or are they disappointed in this? Are they looking at this and thinking, I can't believe I bought this, you know? Or are they sitting here and thinking, I can't believe this is mine, right? And, you know, I'll tell you right up front, you're not going to get the answer here, okay? You're not going to get a yes or no here. Now, we could do a yes or no if you want. We could easily, I could do the yes or no coin. In fact, why don't we do that? I'm going to spin this yes or no coin. I'm not going to flip it because it'll probably knock my microphone down. But I'm going to spin this yes or no coin and ask yourself a question. Yes or no question. Okay? I don't usually do this because tarot isn't going to give you a final answer. Tarot's going to show you what's going on right now. You've got to make your own decisions. But ask the question anyway. Let's see what happens. Okay? Here we go. And staying right in the middle too. You notice that? What if somehow it doesn't give us an answer? Well, the answer is yes. Okay? The answer is yes. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. The answer is yes. But as I always say, tarot is not going to give you an answer. Tarot is not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. What we're providing here is a snapshot of the energy as it is in your life right now. And knowing all the energy that's involved right now is going to help you make the best decision that you can for your life. All right? To be fully informed is the best way to go. Okay? So, we do have our major arcana. We have 4 of these, right? And, well, we've got, interesting, we've got the moon, which is kind of this unknown future, this doorway, right? And it's a dark path. It's really, this is kind of a card that says we don't know what the future is going to hold. And that's the problem. You don't know until after you kind of, you know, after you buy the car, that's when you start really getting the clear picture of what's going on. No matter how closely you look at the details of that car, you're not going to know everything. It's still kind of this, it's still a risk. It's still an unknown thing. It's not till you buy it and take it home and drive it for a few days that you really start to realize what it is that you bought. Okay? This could be very, very good or very, very bad. It could be somewhere in the middle. But I feel as if this moon card is saying that, this is one of those dark doorways that you've got to make the choice to walk through or not walk through. And we can spend a lot of time looking at all the details, kicking the tires. But ultimately it comes down to walking through this doorway and taking a chance on something. Okay, so we've got the moon card. We've got the lover's card, which is kind of showing the union, the decision. I've committed to this thing. I've signed the paperwork. I bought the car. Okay. I've done my due diligence. I realized that a lot of this was I was feeling impulsive because I really, really want a car. But I looked at everything. I looked at a few options. I kicked the tires. I decided to go through with it. Okay. And we have that union. And part of the question here, I think, is about the future. And we'll talk about that. We also have the high priestess and the hermit. The hermit is really this, and well, both of these cards, the hermit and the high priestess, is about the inner illumination. It's about kind of trusting ourselves that we made the right choice, right? Even if our mind is saying, oh, but you overlooked all these flaws, all these all these red flags that were there, all these things from our past that we kind of are seeing now in this current thing. Well, how much of that is projection and how much of that is actually, I recognize these things and they're red flags from last time or whatever. But this inner illumination, I think, is a form of trusting ourselves. And I think that's where the ultimate decision has to be made, not in the intellect, not in the mind. We're not just making a pros and cons list. We're not, we're not calculating everything. And it's, the machine, the AI is going to spit out the perfect answer for us. It has to come from within. It has to come from this kind of, this true inner illumination. And I wonder, I feel like this is a relationship. I really do. I feel like this is something that is like, I don't know if somebody wants to get serious with you, or if you're considering going on a date with someone, or you know what I mean? If you're considering this kind of saying yes to someone and kind of accepting an offer, maybe it's a job offer, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe going somewhere with friends, or I don't know what it is. But it feels like there is one Virgo person, and it feels like there is this opportunity that you have to do something with them, either to date them or to be serious or to collaborate on some project or start a business together. I don't know. Whatever it is. The Lover's card is the choice. Now, this doesn't always mean romance, okay? So let's be clear. It doesn't have to be romantic in any way. This could be the union of family members. It could be the business, union. This is the commitment. This is the day that you go and sign the paperwork, right? That's what that is. But the three of swords in the background, I think, is an important thing, because there's a lot that is, a lot of your past experience has a bearing on the future, has a bearing on right now. Right, because in some ways the 10 is a projection. Let's say those old projectors that had like the lights. It was like a red, green, blue light, and it would shine onto the screen, and then suddenly you'd have like all the colors. Right, that's what the 3 is. The 3 is our past, our memories, projecting onto a screen, and now it's real life. Right, it's the same concept, and I don't know what that's called, but I think it's like red, green, and blue, and all 3 of them together are projecting the movie onto the wall or whatever, right? Kind of showing my age here a little bit, but that's what I'm sensing with this, that a lot of this is projection, but nevertheless, you're in this mode of intense attention to detail, and you need to You need to look at everything here, okay? As much as you want this, don't do anything impulsive, because we might have some regrets. You'll have regrets if you don't do your due diligence and then make the right decision. What I think is happening here, honestly, and this is my personal opinion, is that you're going to kick the tires and you're going to say, I'm going to try it anyway. Okay. I feel like we had a yes from the coin. I feel like you're going to do it anyway. But don't do it until you kick the tires. But say, well, why does it matter? If I'm going to do it anyway, why kick the tires? Trust me, kick the tires. You want to be as informed as you can going into it. But I think you're going to say yes kind of no matter what. But you might as well get all the data first, right? Because I feel like you already have that intuitive sense of, this is the one I want. Because I think that that's the cup you want. That's the love you want. This is the purpose. This is it for you, right? I think this is really a really big win for you, honestly. And what I'm saying about the future, I started to talk about that before. When you are considering this option, whatever this partnership is, whatever this coming together of things is, we have to look at the future. I know we can't see, we can't know. There's no certainty. Moon card, we don't know what it's going to be. Okay, this is something that we're not. The moon, this card is telling us that we literally don't know what's happening in the next moment. Right? Basically, we are a point of consciousness surrounded by darkness. Okay, and every moment, every nanosecond in the future is dark, black, pitch black, void. It's only our consciousness, that sun that's down there, that illumines that darkness. So we don't know until we go, right? We're not going to see what's there until we get there, because we are the light, okay? And I think that's very important to remember in life generally, that nothing is certain until we actually go and it is brought to our consciousness. Now, of course, we can philosophize about the reliance upon our physical senses and how we perceive things and whether we can trust our own perception or whatever. I don't care. But in terms of the tarot, that's this card. Okay, every moment, this is the only moment we have, is right now. So the future is always going to be darkness until we travel forward, you know. But what we can do is project our consciousness a week, I don't know, 10 days, a month, a year, 5, 10 years out into the future, and see if we can picture ourselves happy and successful in this situation with this choice, right? So where do you see yourself if you say yes, if that coin says yes, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Is this the best choice you ever made, right? Are you looking back on your choice and thinking, I'm so glad I bought this car. This was the best choice ever, right? I'm so happy I took that job. I'm so happy that I chased that dream, right? We have to do this exercise, yeah, as part of your decision-making process, even if you feel as if you've already made up your mind. Now, because we have the 10 of Swords here, but also the High Priestess, I feel like there's some alarms going off in your intellect, in your brain, in your psyche, saying, warning, 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 right? And that, I think, is the projection from that past situation, the past experience, our history. I think what the major arcana is telling you is that you got to trust what Spirit's telling you. You got to trust what your higher intuition is telling you, not just what our mind, our intellect is saying, okay? But again, Tarot's not going to tell you what to do. It tells you to trust your instinct, I guess, right? It tells you that you have to trust in yourself, in your decision. All right. Where else should we go from here? Well, we got the Hermit's kind of one of these cards that's kind of, it can be looked at both ways. Is this you saying no and walking the other way, right? Is this you saying yes, but still protecting yourself? Is this you willingly going forward into this darkness, knowing that you're bringing the light. And kind of with this idea of nothing can hurt me, you know. I'm going to explore this situation, and, you know, things are going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. You know, even if this turns out to not be the best decision, I'm still going to be okay. Right? So the Hermit could be looked at in a couple of different ways. What maybe we should do now is, let's do a Metatron Oracle card real quick. And then I want to look at the mystery card. Let's see what we have. Family. Circles of life. Family, right? Well, how does that play into this for you? That's a question that is specifically for you. Is this a kind of a family thing? You know, we do have our 3 court cards, which, you know, to me that constitutes enough court cards to kind of to talk about there being a group of people here. Maybe this Virgo person is a family member. Maybe it has something to do with them. Maybe this is a reconciliation with them, right? Maybe this is, maybe it's getting back with an ex or something. Maybe it is choosing to, you know, to get back involved with the family business or something like that, right? But the family, the circles of life, it could have a relation with some ancestor or spirit guide energy that's around you right now. I'm feeling there's a G name in your life. I'm seeing the letter G. It could be grandma, right? But I feel like it's a proper name. And this might be some sort of an ancestor energy or a family relation for you. And maybe that's, you know, that could be the Virgo energy too, because we had that Virgo energy right from the beginning. There's something with a Virgo person's very close to you. Maybe it's somebody that was very close and has transitioned into spirit, right? But the Virgo energy is very, very close to you. And whoever that G person is, they were an artist. They worked with their hands, right? They did something. They did something with their hand, a sculpture or painter or maybe cooking. I don't know, but they did something with their hands, you know, as a vocation. Yeah. Anyway, let's look at the mystery card. I'm wondering if this is going to give us any kind of nudge in either direction here. I'm not going to predict this one. I don't want to say what it could be. I know what I want it to be, and I think I know what you want it to be. But let's just see what it is, okay? Oh, Tower. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking it would be an Ace of Cups. But we have the Tower instead, right? And the Tower is this kind of card of abrupt change, right? Of upheaval, of kind of chaos and confusion. But this might actually be like a surprise kind of celebration, right? I know it doesn't look like it, but what we can see this card as being more of like those party popper things. You pull the string and they kind of shoot out this confetti. It's kind of like you buy a new car, and then as you're walking out, like everybody's cheering for you and clapping, and there's like balloons and streamers and all this stuff. I don't know if that's what happens. I've never done that before. But what I feel also is that, no, I don't think this is it. But if it's some sort of a wedding or marriage, right? This is kind of that celebration, right? This is all the fanfare of this union, okay? This is where there are the poppers and the streamers and the little kazoo things and throwing the rice and all that stuff. This is all the confetti, and I think that this is, excuse me, and maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is really the abrupt change that we need. Okay, excuse me, I had to hit the cough button. I feel like this is the abrupt change now. Again, Spirit's not telling you what to do. We can look at this the other way. What if this is the Tower? What if this is saying we're ruining our lives, right? Now, I hate to twist things up like this. I'd rather it just be very straightforward, but it's not. And I think that you have this kind of this psychic confusion about it. You don't know what, I mean, this could be great, it could be terrible. The Tower could be the celebration, but it could be the terror of it. And I think this is why we don't want to over-intellectualize it. You've got to feel it. What do you feel this Tower is telling you? Does it feel like this is the celebration? Or does it feel like this is saying, don't do it because you're going to ruin your life, right? It's not for me to tell you. Because me and you talking, this is intellectual. This is nothing but swords here that we're doing, right? What do you feel? What is your high priestess telling you? Okay. So let me know in the comments how you're going to interpret this Tower card. All right. Now we're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And do leave me that comment. I appreciate it. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.